I'm Claudia, the current LCP of AIESEC UBC. I'm currently in my 4th year of sociology.
Hi, I'm Julia Poissant. I'm the VP of Alumni Relations for this year in AIESEC UBC. I'm in my 3rd year, majoring in International Relations and minoring in Commerce.
Hey guys, my name is Paul Lee. I'm your organizing committee president for Coastal Conference 2011. And right now my major is in music composition and a double major in combined major of philosophy and economics.
Hi, my name is Daryl C. I'm the current VP Finance and VP Communications for AIESEC UBC. I'm in my 4th year in my commerce degree and I specialize in marketing and transportation and logistics.
Hi, my name is Josh. I'm a 3rd year political science student and I'm the current VP for corporate relations for AIESEC UBC.
Hey, my name is Jess and I'm the Vice President of Outgoing Exchange and I'm studying international relations with a minor in French.
I'm Jeff. I am the Vice President of Talent Management and I'm in 3rd year sociology.
After WRC 2009, I felt like I had to take up this new challenge and decided to run for LCP after my VPTM terms.
I ran for VP AR, first of all, because I actually didn't know too much about AR and I figured it could use some help and I was the one to be able to do that. I wanted to bring in more alumni into the LC, make them a bigger presence, and get them involved in helping raise TNs.
I thought it was the best opportunity for me to learn a little bit more about how to lead a team and how to organize events, and it just seemed like a great thing for my personal and professional growth.
So I ran for the VP position because as a general member, I had so many ideas that I never thought I could implement in the whole LC. So being VP Finance, I could have so much.
It was because I wanted to challenge myself and I wanted to take the next step in my AIESEC career. I joined CR in my 1st year in AIESEC right away, and being VP for corporate relations seemed like the most natural step in my AIESEC career.
Initially I didn't want to, and what pushed me to run for VP position is just because I've been in AIESEC for a long time and I was starting to get frustrated with just, how little impact sometimes you can have as a general member. And I kind of wanted to take the reins in my own hands, and that's what kind of pushed me.
I applied to be a VP last year because when I first joined, I always set the goal to be Vice President of Talent Management. I saw that there was a really good foundation set for me already, and I really wanted to capitalize on it and improve upon it and make TM at UBC the best possible talent management in the country.
What I love being about LCP is that I get to work with 7 individuals in the LC and also work with 28 individuals around AIESEC Canada who have the same passion and same focus as I do.
Something I love about being VP AR is the fact that it's so established. You get to work in a network that is really familiar with AIESEC, that loves it, and you just feed off of that passion. I love to hear the stories that alumni tell. They're fantastic. They really had some great experiences.
Probably the thing that I love the most about my role is that I'm on a team with 3 super awesome people and I get to hang with them all the time and we can do stuff together and do a lot of activities outside of just planning the conference.
What I love about my role is being able to strategize and formulate plans with the whole EP and then being able to implement these and kind of communicate these ideas to my members in my portfolios.
What I love about my role is that I get to train people on how to sell the program, the internship program that AIESEC has, and that I get to see them develop and use the training that I gave them and tailor it to their personality and gain results from it. I've seen a lot of people who were scared to do cold calls before, who were nervous when it came to marketing calls, and then they actually end up booking marketing calls and they seem more confident with themselves. So that I find is the most satisfying
Role. Well, first of all, Outgoing Exchange is amazing. You send people to go on exchange and you have the most direct impact that way. These people come back and they just have all these amazing stories. They felt all these changes within themselves and experienced a whole other culture. So as a VP OGX, what I've really done towards that is just try to improve the quality of that global internship program, improve the transfer of knowledge that comes from old EPs to new exchange participants, and just kind of streamline the process.
One thing I love about being a VP of Talent Management especially is just being able to talk to all the members. This entire organization is about development and providing leadership opportunities, and I love being able to talk to students about those opportunities and trying to get them to become members, and then actually catching up with these members afterwards and saying, hey, how has this time been for you? Like, do you think you're getting what you wanted? And what can I do to help you get there? If I
At the beginning of the year, the whole EB came up with a goal to reach, and try to keep the EB together and try to focus on this goal throughout the whole year has been my greatest challenge.
Some of the biggest challenges that I had during my year mainly was I got in my own way. I think I was my own biggest challenge. I was pretty hesitant in the beginning. I didn't, go for maybe the projects I really wanted to do because I felt I didn't know what I was doing. And so I really got in my own way, and I guess just figuring out kind of how you work is the biggest challenge.
Right. So as a VP, probably I'd say the greatest challenge is that everyone on your team is like a little bit different, and they all kind of want different things from you in terms of your leadership style. So everyone needs to be, I guess, managed just a little bit differently, and kind of figuring that out was the biggest difficulty I had as I stepped into this role.
So my greatest challenge as a vice president was coming to these portfolios, which were not that strong in structure. So I had to first of all start kind of formulate a structure so that my members could know their role in the portfolio and additionally help the portfolio grow in the future.
My greatest challenge as VP was running my team. When I joined as VP CR, the CR portfolio was not being very productive. So that was a huge problem, and it was a huge challenge getting people motivated to do calls, going on marketing calls, researching companies even. So
the greatest challenge for me as a VP would probably have to be the simultaneous juggling of running a global internship program and also having to develop members on top of it. So sometimes you just feel like you're being pulled in two directions with everything you have to do to recruit exchange participants, but also train your members so they know how to be part of this program as well.
The greatest challenge for me so far has just been dealing with all the AIESEC lows and all the AIESEC highs. Being in AIESEC is definitely a roller coaster ride, and there's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs. And I guess that's pretty consistent throughout all aspects of life. But in AIESEC it seems to be a little amplified. And there are some times when it's difficult to focus on AIESEC when you have all these other things going on in your life. But I've learned to deal with it, and I've learned how to combat it.
As LCP this year, I found myself doing a lot of damage control, a lot of crisis control, so that has been one of the greatest learning of my LCP term.
The things that I've learned from being a VP is to really just trust your own instinct. Don't be afraid to, push for things that you want, and also, don't hesitate to rely on your support team, your friends, the other people in your portfolio. Without them, really, you can't do it on your own. It's impossible. And to stay on top of details, don't let them slip away. That's a big issue.
So I would say that one of the most important skills that I've learned, and one that I've been constantly working on so far, is that being in a leadership position, not just delegating tasks out to your members, but really trying to get them to participate in the process so that they feel comfortable and that they feel active in their own participation of what they're doing. So not just me telling them what to do, but trying to get them involved in that process of getting them to figure out what it is they can do.
What I learned as a VP was actually, first of all, how to speak properly and how to speak in front of a crowd. I never had a confidence for that before, and now I do. My second thing that I learned was actually how to delegate. I used to do everything myself, and I learned that in order to be successful in a team, you have to be able to delegate and give other people responsibilities as well.
What I learned as a VP was how to run my team. So I had a huge learning curve when I joined, and I think that being VP, I learned how to delegate tasks better, I learned how to train people better, and I learned how to influence people and their actions into the way I want them to do things.
The skill that I've developed from my term so far would probably just be improving my personal effectiveness in general. I feel like I've gained a lot of business management skills that as a IR art students I don't really get. I'm comfortable with speaking in front of large groups of people now. I can have a marketing call with someone and know what to do, and these are all things that I find very valuable.
I've learned in AIESEC how to balance my personal life and all my other lives, and just how to make sure everything in my life that I've committed to kind of goes according to what I've set out for myself. I've learned how to prioritize, basically, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of different things going on in every student's life, and we have to learn how to prioritize. And AIESEC's the number one, the best possible way to teach how to do that.
The responsibility of a LCP is a lot greater than a VP. Each VP focuses on just their functional role, whereas a LCP takes responsibility for the whole LC in general.
Being a VP is completely different from being a general member. I think the biggest difference was the fact that I didn't realize how much planning went on behind the scenes of AIESEC, that everything is kind of thought out months ahead in advance. You have strategies on how to get there, and you want to be able to get your other members to kind of follow that path with you even though they don't see it, and I found that was the biggest difference.
You really get to take ownership of your own project and make what you want of that project. So it's not just about having a lot more responsibility for that specific project, but it's also about taking that project and having the freedom to do what you want with it. And I would say that's the biggest difference.
Being a general member is very different from being a VP, because as a VP you have all your ideas and you can actually plan out the step-by-step method on how to get these ideas into reality. So I think that's a very powerful tool in AIESEC UBC, and is a great experience for any member.
You have to plan things out way ahead of time. If you're a VP, you're basically guiding your general member, and basically you have to plan everything out, make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to be tracking them, and if they're not doing it, you have to find ways to motivate them.
I would say vice president, you feel a lot more of the weight of what you're in charge of. You feel more ownership over what you're doing because the organization rests on you. I think with a general member, you are a contributor to that, but when you're a vice president, it really hangs on you to perform. And another thing that I like about being a vice president is that you really get ensconced a lot in AIESEC as a member. You develop those networks with your counterparts all around the country, but also around the world. And I think as a general member, you don't get exposed to that network as much.
It's definitely the network and the connections you make with the people you meet. There's a lot of people in AIESEC Canada, and there's a lot of different people to know. And meeting all these people from different conferences who are kind of on the same knowledge level as you already, you don't have to play any catch up. You can just go right ahead and start learning about different things in AIESEC, and also becoming friends right away because you kind of already have that base foundation there. But beyond that, just growing to know your EB really well. You're in this EB together for a year, and almost immediately you kind of have this like crazy relationship with them where you kind of just know what everybody's gonna say, and it's definitely like a brotherhood or a sisterhood, definitely that kind of bond, I guess, and it's really unbreakable because I mean you'll get like LCPs who are here in Vancouver for like a day, and the only thing they're gonna do is call up their old EB because they just want to catch up, and it's definitely
If I could go back in time, I would definitely do VP Finance and VP Com again.
I would definitely do it all again, but I would like to retain the information that I had learned from this year and not start back at the beginning where I was.
I would do it again, but I would retain the knowledge that I have, so that so that I could do better.
Despite all my whining, yes, I would do it again. I don't regret it for a second. And if you're even thinking about it a little bit about applying for a VP, go for it. Don't hesitate. Call up one of us to get our experience, but I would say go for it. No regrets.
I definitely would. I have no regrets, just love. And this is definitely one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had. I can't imagine being in university and not doing something as substantial as this. And yeah, this is definitely something I would try and repeat.
Yes!
Yes.